Alright, everybody. Welcome back to the Spiral Podcast. Today's the Monday podcast, Reaction Monday podcast, where I just talk about anything I've seen on social media and just get my opinions on it. So, let's jump right into it. The first one I saw was talking about, does Billy Napier at Florida just need to go already? Like, I've seen so many Florida fans saying, this guy needs to get fired, just get him out already. Already talking about who their next coach will be next season. So, that's not a good look for Florida. They lost pretty badly to Miami yesterday. Cam Ward kind of made them look silly, in my opinion. But I just think Florida is actually bad. I think, they weren't even ranked yesterday, or coming into the game yesterday. I don't think they're that good of a team to start off with. And this season's going to be rough. They have, the hardest schedule in college football, so, not being a ranked team even, and then getting killed by me, and then if you're a Florida fan, looking at all the other games you have, it's going to be a bad season, man. I don't know if Miami is just really good or Florida's just really bad, but either way, Billy Napier might be cooked. I just don't think Florida's that good this season. I can't see them winning more than 4 games maybe, just because their schedule is so tough. So yeah, I would not be surprised if he gets fired next season, just because this season might be a long season. And then, as you've seen in the title, it's based off who has the most impressive win from week 1. And some of the things that were on the graph were 34-27 win against Virginia Tech for Vanderbilt. Georgia's 34-3 win versus Clemson, which was at a neutral site in Atlanta, so not really a neutral site, but, the 41-17 win versus Florida that I was kind of just mentioning for Miami. And then Penn State beating West Virginia 34-12. And that was at West Virginia, by the way. But there was a rain delay for a few hours that kind of took away the crowd out of the game for West Virginia, I would say. But honestly, I think it was Penn State. They played at a pretty tough place to play at, especially in the first half. I think they were able to just calm themselves down a little bit, after the fumbles, after the 3 and outs, or, getting stopped on third down, just calming down. Drew Aller really was calmed down, and I think that's why they were able to just take control of the game. I think he seems to be playing better under that new offensive coordinator they have. And I just think their defense also looked really good against West Virginia. Now, I don't know how good West Virginia's offense really is. We'll just have to see, but their new defensive coordinator held them to 12 points, which I would say is pretty good. I think Garrett Gunter, I believe his name is. I don't think he's that bad of a quarterback. I think they have some skill on offense, so I think holding them to 12 is actually really good. I think I'm not going to discredit Miami and Georgia because I think they had great games as well, but, I think a lot of people were saying Penn State shouldn't be that high in the rankings or whatever, and while other people were glazing Miami and Georgia, so I think because of that, I think Penn State came out there, made a statement, and handled business. And I think that's the most impressive win for week 1 because of that. And then Ohio State fans talking about, I've seen a bunch of posts about them talking about Will Howard, and they're saying that he's an upgrade from Kyle McCord, and they're already making that statement. So, I think he is, but we also have to let the season play out more. You just saw Kyle McCord score pass for 4 touchdowns and 400 yards against Ohio yesterday for Syracuse. So, it wasn't yesterday, but it's going to be interesting because I think Kyle McCord is actually a really good quarterback still. I think Ohio State fans are kind of hating on him just for losing to Michigan, but I think it is kind of crazy because if you think about it, C.J. Stroud and Kyle McCord both lost to Michigan. C.J. Stroud lost twice to Michigan, and people don't really hate on C.J. Stroud, even though, C.J. Stroud lost to Oregon and Michigan that 2021 season. So, Kyle McCord only lost 1 game. He led that winning drive against Notre Dame. So, I think Kyle McCord overall just gets way too much hate from Ohio State fans, for being 11-1. Obviously, I know I hate that we lost to Michigan too, but you can't deny the fact that he was still a pretty good quarterback. He just couldn't run, but neither could C.J. Stroud. So, I think the double standard there is kind of crazy, but, I think Will Howard brings the running element, which Ohio State fans are going to be talking about a lot this season just because it brings a dual threat to the offense that defenses haven't really had to guard against for Ohio State the past few seasons. So I think he looked really good escaping the pocket, and it was really refreshing to see him like run for a first down instead of just like throw it away or only get a yard or two. So that was really nice. He was evading some pressure in the backfield with the O-line, letting some defensive linemen. So I think that looks good as well. But I don't really think he had a bad play on Saturday. I think his passes were accurate. The timing was good. There was a few balls that could have probably been intercepted that weren't. So he was able to fit it in a tight window though. Like that second touchdown pass to Jeremiah Smith specifically, I'm thinking of. That was a really good throw, but it was like really close. So, I think in the end he probably will be better just because his running abilities are way better than Kyle McCord's. But I feel like don't discount Kyle McCord. I think he was a really good quarterback still. So, that's the Reaction Monday podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.